Garner reportedly seemed visibly shaken after meeting with Affleck.
I really feel the stress of it. I could cry talking about it.
I have regrets. I've made plenty of mistakes.
His drinking problem had become life and death.
I think that they have really worked at their marriage, and I just think that they just couldn't do it anymore.
I never thought I was going to get divorced. I didn't want to get divorced. I really didn't want to be a split family.
It's Jennifer Garner to the rescue as she descended on Ben Affleck's home and staged an intervention.
And it upset me because it meant I wasn't who I thought I was. And that was so painful and so disappointing.
I think that Ben's serious about his recovery? Absolutely not. My advice to Jen is set your boundaries.
I really don't want my children to pay for my sins.
You know, you're trying to do right by your kids and you're trying to protect them.
I can tell you still love her when you just talked about her.
There are things that I would love to go back and change.
Just out of respect. Yes. Can you give some space? No, it's bad enough.
Absolutely.
It's hard enough. How can I give them that feeling and the freedom and the joy and the silliness and the hard work?
How things going? Mommyhood is going?
It's like the most, it just gets better and better.
Ben Affleck,
I want to thank my wife, who's the reason I'm standing here. I adore you. I love you so much. Thanks for sitting through this. You're my everything. I want to thank you for working on our marriage for 10 Christmases. It's good. It is work, but it's the best kind of work. And there's no one I'd rather work with.
I started to drink more and more and more, and it was really hard for me to accept that meant I was an alcoholic. I was fine before. I just need to take a break. I just need to slow down.
Everyone says, oh, you've had to go through this in public. The public isn't what's hard. What's hard is going through it.
When she realized I can't go down this rabbit hole, she just shut it all out. Ben's like, oh, you don't care. Oh, how can you not care? You don't care. She's like, no, it's the opposite. I care too much. It's too painful.
What was the hardest thing for you to be honest with yourself about?
That I was going to get divorced. I never thought I was going to get divorced. I didn't want to get divorced. I didn't want to be a divorced person. I really didn't want to be a split family.
After he was spotted receiving what looked like a delivery of beer and whiskey at his home.
And it upset me because it meant I wasn't who I thought I was. And that was so painful and so disappointing.
You can't buy parenting. You have to get down on the floor and play. Even if you're a super busy mom or dad, you have to find time for your kids.
I lost the dream of dancing with my husband at my daughter's wedding. And if you see your kids love someone so purely and wholly, then you're going to be friends with that person.
He's totally manipulating the rehab.
8:30 this morning, Ben left the treatment center to play a 3-hour game of basketball.
Garner reportedly seemed visibly shaken after meeting with Affleck.
I really don't want my children to pay for my sins or to be afraid for me. I don't really have a choice. I have to be the man I want to be at this point. I don't have any more room for failure of that kind. There are things that I would love to go back and change. I have regrets. I've made plenty of mistakes, some big, some small.
And you said this, battling addiction is a lifelong and difficult struggle. It's a full-time commitment. I'm fighting for myself and my family.
I took the last half of the year off and I just got to be dad. Drive him to school, pick him up, go to the swim meet. That's where the parenting happens. It's in the cracks. It's in the moments where you're just taking them back from soccer and they say something profound or they talk about how they're really feeling about something and it's the joy of it. And that's what I don't want to miss. life doesn't always turn out exactly the way you want. We're doing our very best, and we're putting our kids first.
If you can just have faith who you are and who they are as people, it's so beautiful when you see it starting to come out.
You can tell you still love her when you just talked about her.
Of course she's wonderful. You know, somebody's the mother of your kids. They're going to be the most important central person in your life.
It's really admirable how, you know, you and Ben have both, it's all about children first and being a team, and that's what you have to do.